There we go. See?
You're getting nervous. You're right about the not enough chance. And there's also the other idea. Okay, thanks for coming. Nida, you ready? Alright guys. I mean, it's difficult, well, she's very nervous. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, so let's begin today's potato talk. The topic is how can we squeeze juicier ideas? I'm sure that I think in our day-to-day we do a lot of idea generation. But something that I've noticed in potato is that, funnily enough, there's actually no structure to it. And sometimes, even though we generate a lot of creativity, it sort of flies in the air, and sometimes the person with the strongest voice or the biggest seniority is the one who gets hurt. With this, I got inspired and I started reading up on India. They're a design consultancy firm in the US. I'm not sure that you've heard of them. And the one thing that strikes me about them is how they think about the whole design process as a structured way of solving a problem. And one of the things that they do really, really well is brainstorming. So this is what this particular talk is all about. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous, and when I do, I swallow my words. So let me know when you can't really listen or when you can't really understand what I'm saying. Okay, so the best way to get a good idea is to have a lot of ideas, as mine is calling. And so, what's the best way to generate as many ideas as possible? Typically, I think in our meetings, an idea flies out, and another person talks about it, they refute it, and in the end, sometimes we're not entirely sure what the outcome of that meeting was. Who has had this experience? So, I have a better problem. Wait a second. I need a charger. Do you? Is it charger here? Yeah. Sorry about that, sir. So what do you typically do? Honey, what do you do? I know that you make, so what Honey does, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Matt Blackstone?
We create stories, and we're building up a catalog of stories and characters based on Asian culture, history, and mythology. So, although usually it's God, me, Kaya, Malik, we'll kind of just sit around and go through. Every single story has to have like an Asian-centric focus, so we'll go around the room and then we'll just bring up a bunch of ideas. So usually we have a set plan so we try to like reinvent different characters. We'll have a series of stories and characters that we already have set, and then we'll talk about ways in which we can adapt it and reinvent it. So we have kind of a set structure to it, and then we bust out ideas after that. That's it.
Great. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay, so basically you just go around, but then like how do you do when you do like iterations for your script and all that?
Oh, and then we discuss it. So we'll go through it. They'll run through ideas. So Kaya's our lead writer. So once she has a treatment of the story, she'll send it over to us. We'll review it, note down our ideas, and we'll run through it with her in a second round meeting. So usually it goes through numerous meetings before we decide upon one solid. Before we set the kind of the outline of the story in stone. So it goes through numerous rounds. So we'll talk about it first. She'll get down the ideas, and then she'll come up with a rough treatment. Once the treatment's set, we'll look through it again, read it, we'll meet again, and talk about how we feel about it. So it's a series of meetings before we have the structure of the story set.
What about you, Ms. Yan?
In Tiba, I just get ideas just like meeting the writing, the editorial side and the design side with small meetings and briefings. Share ideas, and we share a lot of things through email as well. See what other people are doing and the ideas from them.
some Lego shots. How do you guys plan for your editorial? Is that like a separate process? Do you plan for your content first in the editorial, or like how?
It depends on the stories. So for the Lego one, what happened was that Bridget, our editor, she had been reading a magazine, Wired, and she saw how they used in their layout toys to illustrate some scenarios. So she thought we could use Lego to illustrate some scenarios in our story.
Okay. Oh, okay. And what do you do when you plan what stories to be put in that particular novel?
Well, actually, it's a lot of working together with our clients. So we do meet regularly. It's usually meetings to draw ideas and we consider them and we see if we want to pursue those ideas. It's a lot of just meeting and talking.
Oh, okay. So actually you work with your client quite a bit for the content. Okay. And Cindy? What about it?
I know as a designer, but only designer, so I tend to brainstorm alone. From there, after that, I work closely with my other affiliate, and then she'll more or less set the direction that we will do, and I'll see through the.
Okay. So I think if I understand this correctly, it's like for you, you brainstorm in a team of 3 or 4, and then you have that one person going back and you go into this iterative process. And for somebody like Tuber, you work with your client on your determining like what are the main ideas for that story. And for you brainstorm individually, and then you go to when you work in a partnership, and you go back and forth together. Okay, great. Actually, this is good. Okay, so I guess the reason why I did this is oftentimes I guess it comes from my own experience in social. We do a lot of brainstorming, but in very big groups. And oftentimes it's for things that are very new. It doesn't actually have a concrete project. In the same way, it's not a routine relationship that you have with your client, or it's not even sometimes a project-based relationship as a way with pin. And I guess in the same way, it's not a continuously developing project as you do with Matlock. So the reason why I wanted to introduce this particular process is really more a way to do something, which I think you guys have probably your own way of doing things. So what I'm presenting is just a new way of doing things. It doesn't sound it's any better, but I just thought it might be an interesting prototype that we can try when we have our legendary big meetings with people that you're not entirely sure why you're there for. So I thought this might be something that we could try as an alternative. So, okay, moving on. They say that brainstorming is easy, and I think a lot of executives think that they do a lot of brainstorm. Apparently 70% do, but how many times do they actually brainstorm in a month? Actually about 76% does it less. I think a potato, this is probably not exactly entirely correct, because they're a creative agency, but that basically sets it up. What is design thinking? It's more of a mindset. Is anybody familiar here with design thinking as a theory or concept? It's more of it's actually a body of knowledge that comes as a combination of various theories of design processes and all of that, which I'll go through later. And design thinking is more of a confidence that everyone can be part of a future, so to speak, and create solutions to a particular problem. So it's actually very generic in that way. It's more of a design process that puts design thinking into action. It's more of a structured approach to generating and developing these ideas. Where does this come from? This is basically the extremely brief history of the origins of design thinking. To be quite frank with you, I just really want to start getting on our feet and actually generating some ideas. So as you can see, design thinking is actually a combination and development from various streams of thought in design, such as meta design, human-centered design, participatory design, user-centered design, and service design. And altogether culminates in design thinking. Now this was popularized sometime in the late 1980s by a man named David E. Kelly, which then decided to form in Stanford University, which then decided to form an institution called IDEO, consultancy group. And they, after a while, I guess what they did was that they began developing this idea of a design consultancy, and they're probably one of the biggest design consultancy firms in the world. So typically when we think of a problem, particularly a complex one, the closed design process assumes that there is only one solution and that it stops there. But really, the process that we should be using for complex problems is an evolving one. So exactly like you guys have said, you work back and forth over the same thing. After a while, you have a deadline, and then you actually push the production release for you. It's an iterative process where with Kaya. So in the same way, I think with any problem, the way we think of solution has to be an evolving one. So design thinking strikes at these three main values: empathy, creativity, and rationality. It's a very specific process, which I'll get into later. So first, it taps on your empathy. You have to understand the context of a problem. Be aware that I think design thinking is often used in product development, particularly in R&D. For example, how do we make better toothbrushes? So with empathy, you have to understand exactly how do people use toothbrushes? Observe the subjects at work. And in particular, if you're designing a better toothbrush for kids, you realize that kids don't hold toothbrushes like we do. They hold them with their entire palm. So when you start to observe these, you realize that they would benefit most with a thicker handle. Creativity is all about generating insights and solutions. And this is really more what we're going to get into later on. And rationality is about analyzing the solutions that we've come up with and fitting them into the context again. So the 5 phases of the design process they've outlined is discovery, which is basically, discovering the problem. Okay, what exactly is our problem? And understanding and observing the situation. Interpretation, narrowing down that focus to a clear problem definition. Ideation, which is coming up with all of these solutions and ideas. Experimentation, building a prototype. And finally, evolution. This is basically going back to the entire circle and examining whether we've done, we can make something even better. So for the purpose of today's talk, really I just want to focus on ideation. How can we create better brainstorms? And so for a topic, I've chosen these 3. Which one do you think would be more interesting for you guys? So the first one, how can we make our potato productions online presence better? Uh-oh. And it died. Yeah, how can we make potato production online presence better? Have you guys taken a look at our potato website?
Yes.
As a designer, do you think it's... what do you think? I think there's room for improvement, I think, right? Okay, the second one would be, how can we make river valley safer for motorists and pedestrians? A lot of accidents happen. So we can handle this particular question if we want to. And if we do, what I suggest is that whatever solutions will come out of this, I will actually put it all together in a document and I'll actually send it across to LTA. Okay? The third one, how can we make your mornings at potato more productive? Which ones are you excited about?
Third one.
The third one?
Yeah.
Alright, sure, let's go. Alright, let's go with the third one then. How can we make your mornings at potato more productive? Okay, so keep that in mind, okay, as we go through the next few slides. So there's 7 secrets apparently by the folks at Video that makes better brainstorming. The first one is sharpening your focus. So now let's focus with our problem statement. How can we make our mornings better at potato? So I'm assuming that's from the hours of 9 a.m. till 12 noon. That counts as a morning? So let's just focus on that, okay? Okay, let's write playful rules, okay? So the rules are, I think as you can see from the board below, is that you must defer judgment, one conversation at a time, be visual, go for quantity, and encourage wild ideas, okay? So no criticism. That's the rule. So you have to generate as crazy ideas as possible. This is the whole point of the brainstorm. No shooting down of ideas. The third one, numbering ideas. So guys, we only have we only have about 30 minutes or so. Actually, no, 15 minutes actually. It's already 3:30. Okay, how many minutes do you want to brainstorm for this session? 5? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make
7
it
minutes.
15.
Huh?
15.
50?
15.
Okay.
How many ideas in 15 minutes can you generate?
What can you do?
30 ideas.
30.
That's like so many of you.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to split into 2 groups? All together at once.
All together.
Alright, fine. So we're gonna go with say let's go with 50 okay, let's go with 40 ideas for 15 minutes. 40 ideas. Yeah? Okay, 40 ideas for 15 minutes. Okay, sure. Build and jump. It's all about rapid flow ideas, so you can have the same idea but different viewpoints. Okay. The 5 making spaces. Remember, be sure to write the ideas on the surface for everyone to see. Typically, I think when we're brainstorming, we don't actually write stuff for some reason. 6, stretch your mental muscles, warm up. Okay, so everybody keep that idea in mind. Your mornings, what is it like from 9 a.m. till 12 noon? And 7, get physical. Show and tell. What do you do? Coffee mug. I don't know. But that's for later. Okay, so the 6-way cycle of brainstorm. This is probably more useful later. The boss gets to speak first. Oftentimes when they speak first, they set the agenda, the boundaries, and the caveats, and that really kills the creativity. Everybody gets a turn, you go clockwise at a time. Have you ever had that? I think it's really painful to go through, because, I mean, you know, yeah. 3rd, experts only, please. Sometimes you don't actually need the experts to be there, and, you know, it's great to actually bring people from other fields to give a new point of view. Doing things off-site, this is not so much dead and potato, but it was in my previous company where, you know, you do retreats and that's where you generate ideas. It doesn't really happen like that, because creativity ought to happen in the office and not just on the beach. 5, lighten up, it's all about having fun. And 6, writing down everything on a notepad. Maybe not so much if you're the note taker, and it is if you're in a meeting and you're not really using the right side of the brain to do your brainstorm. Okay, great. So enough talk, let's just brainstorm. How can we make your mornings better at Potato from 9 a.m. to 12 noon? Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Is it here? Yeah, sure, let's just do it here. Come on, you said you can do 40 ideas in 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna time you guys. Here we go. So one of you be a facilitator. Apparently you're very good. You've had experience as a brainstorming.
I think it's the show the paper.
Huh?
Can we write it on the wall?
You can write it on the wall. Yeah, you write it on the wall. You can write it on the wall. You can write it on the post-it notes.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Ideas.
Remember 40 ideas. I thought maybe post-it notes might be better because it's smaller. Yeah, go ahead.
Coffee. Better posture. That's a good one. Yeah, morning exercise. Wait, what?
Women's fridge upstairs.
There's already a fridge
There's
upstairs.
the
Oh, there it is?
Well, we don't have one in ours.
Ah.
We need one.
More
Fridge.
More fridges.
Roll up fridge.
With snacks.
Oh, that's a good idea. Put this together.
Cute.
Music.
Hey, tell us more about breakfast together, Cindy.
We'll have breakfast together.
Everybody here.
Yeah, as it and tea. And this is cutlery.
Anything else, you guys?
Question. Yeah, sure. How can we make our mornings better?
We make your mornings better.
Okay. Remember, it's 9 a.m. to 12 noon, so it's actually quite wide.
Read comments. Sleep early. Block Facebook. No.
No Facebook.
Block Twitter.
Yeah. I know.
Shut up, huh? I know. That's why.
No work.
No one.
No work allowed is on no.
No. Oh.
It's cute.
Maybe a morning sex or morning kiss?
Go ahead. That's all right. Encourage all the ideas. So who are you gonna have sex with?
Oh dear.
Or morning kiss.
That's great.
Oh, wait, what's that?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this one's the morning time.
Okay. What's that?
Good morning competition.
Oh,
For 1 hour.
Like a potluck breakfast? That's cute. What's the competition?
Yeah, see if you can get more things done in an hour or something.
Okay. Competition. Complete. So getting things
You
done
can
in an
get
hour.
more work done.
Okay. KTV in 1 hour. Awesome. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Cindy's on a roll.
12, 13. She's
Yeah.
great. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 20 more. We're halfway.
Oh,
Serving a fruit every morning
yeah, that's a
at
good one.
breakfast. Monday should only start at 12.
Should not happen next week. Monday morning should not happen.
21, 22.
Massage for everyone.
Oh, massage.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Plus special. Okay, just okay.
Free massage. Plus.
No,
Move a few chairs around and give everyone surprise. Ooh, you know, I read somewhere that they do parades. You do parades around the office, literally. Zappos, they have they have monthly parades where literally you just walk through and you go dress in costumes and you can give out food and all that.
Parade.
Parade! Morning parade.
Parade. Morning parade.
Work standing up. Nice.
Stand up. To work.
This kind of break the rules. I kind of say, I just move things around when people come in. Why is the chair?
Yeah.
I see. So
Done one salary raise.
Done one salary raise.
Can! Salary raise.
Salary raise.
like gradual raise.
Oh, I was thinking of celery raise.
That's not change.
I'm gonna get confused.
Not that. It's more like you put a carrot in front of you.
But it would be cool, right? You do a competition. Who eats the most celery the fastest?
And Nida will win.
And Jen would win.
How many do we have now?
How many are we at? 28, right? So it's 29, 30, 31.
30 was originally our.
Oh no, it was 40. We agreed to 40. I said
Let's
40.
see.
Pranks.
Pranks.
Yeah.
Let's change the take out tonight.
Okay. What else?
Yay!
Karaoke session in the morning? like you should do like the thing that you hate the most that day early in the morning. Yeah, you eat the frog in the morning and the rest of the day is clean.
Eat frog.
Set up mornings early. Mornings early.
Trash things. That's housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Clean.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Then mess up again. Then clean again. Then mess up. Yeah, gonna fault you.
The thing is, you come in and the desk is clean already.
Then mess it up and clean it
You
again.
see?
Rearrange.
Rearrange. Clean someone else's
Wear
desk.
new underwear. Wear a new underwear.
New underwear.
Oh,
Sexy
65.
You will compliment again.
New underwear.
Every day.
No. For someone else's underwear. Not just new underwear.
Switch underwear. Switch underwear.
Online shopping in the morning.
Online shopping.
This is fun.
We're decreasing productivity.
When do you work? Then when do you work?
Do some online shopping and then have breakfast together. Then we'll dance and get a massage. Then we'll go for lunch.
What do you guys
Burn
think?
some sands, candle, like candle with nice smell and all that.
There we go.
You want to meditate?
On top of that, can I put a naked girl poster in front of my desk?
Yoga. Yeah, meditate. What else did you say again? Yoga. Yoga? Meditation. Yoga.
Yoga, nice yoga. Clear your bowels. That's true. That makes sense productive. Ooh.
Yeah, plan dinner. For me, I felt that people who are planners, they sit down and they want to plan the day.
Yeah, we
I
can
think
plan
you want
lunch.
characters.
Plan lunch. You guys
Plan your
plan lunch.
You're trying to
That's what happens. Like it's lunch. I don't know.
You know, I was thinking like the first hour, what I do is I read like, you know, like
That's what I do.
like maybe like 5-6 articles.
Read
Look at maybe like you read
news.
and you share. You know? Like just for like 30 minutes you read and share. So instead of reading 5 articles, I read 1, but then I listen from other people, the other 4.
That on target.
Huh?
That on target.
See the
Like me and Harley, we set a target. We have to finish this shit by today. Whoever lost, pay for lunch, that kind of thing.
Bet.
Oh, bet on the target. Okay, so bets.
What's
On the
bet?
target.
Yeah.
At lunch. That works. What happens to people who are alone, like who don't work in a team?
Punish yourself.
How do you reward yourself?
Yeah, I think we have 40 actually.
We have more than 40.
40? Yeah, 40 we
Okay.
can.
No, I said I think we do have more than 40.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we do have more than 40. Yeah, we do. Yay!
Good.
We did
Well
it.
done! You did it! And you did it all in,
I mean?
yeah, under 15 minutes.
We're good.
You're good. Okay, guys, so which one do you want to start first? Okay. All right. So that's one. So that's. What do you think of those ideas? Which one do you think we can implement? Or which one do you like? This one, though. Which one do you like? Which one do you think is interesting?
Free massage.
See, my question is who's giving you a massage?
I think anything to do with food.
Milkshakes and ice
Actually,
cream.
I like
Nanny
this
and
idea. Breakfast together is
Milkshake and ice cream. Yeah, breakfast together. Coffee sessions. We can have a coffee session together.
Yeah. Maybe so like, all coffee. What else?
I think sleep early definitely helps.
Where's sleep early?
It's right there in the
In the
middle.
middle, around.
Ah, there we go. What else was interesting to you guys? I like this idea. Pranks. The earliest person who comes in does a prank.
It's punishment for coming so early.
No, it's like a reward. It's a reward for coming so early. You have to punish everyone else. Leave a happy note on the nest. That's cute. What do you guys think about that?
Good.
You wouldn't do it, would you?
I wouldn't leave a happy note.
Alright, what do you think? What idea do you like?
I like not morning sex, morning exercise.
What?
Morning exercise.
What an exercise.
But of course, sex is
And then we need fast music then for morning exercise. For morning exercise, we need fast music, like you work
Yeah,
out
we
to
can combine all
dubstep, that
together.
kind of thing.
Where's the music one? There we go.
Oh dear.
I like this one somehow. Better than Target.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Get it done or else you pay so much. Tess?
I can't see Tessa's one, so the blue one.
So Tess's ones were a karaoke session. Starting with fruits every morning at breakfast. Monday should only start at 12. Yeah. Let's rock on.
Read, use, and share is fun.
Reviews and share?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't depressing.
Read happy news and share. How about that?
Everyone, learn a new fact. Google.
Learn a new-
Hey, you feel smarter when you start the day. Inspirational quotes. Did you know that,
We can do like a wiki morning. Wow. You know? So it's like a combination of this and this. So instead of reading the news, you read something on Wikipedia, and you tell somebody about it. And then so we'll all at the end of the day learn 5 random facts before 12 noon. Anything else? What do you guys think?
I think that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, 5, 6,
Yeah, we give 5, 6.
7.
Okay, honestly, which one are you gonna really do to make your morning better?
Sleep early.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Realistically, though.
Read, use, and share.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? Anyone? Any ideas? To be honest, I'm kind of for this. Just in the
I
morning.
get a lot of my news from Facebook.
That's a problem, right? That's why it's like a little iffy question. Because I get a lot of my news from Facebook as well.
Never mind, okay, just Google Plus.
You know?
I won't use Google Plus, don't worry. I don't even have an account.
Okay, great. So, anyone, does this make your mornings any better?
Does it make it better or more productive?
Yeah, both productive. Which one? Does it really make it productive though?
Sure.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. So that's basically a glimpse into the brainstorming, because I guess maybe that's not really the best illustration. We do have some 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. If you rush it. So since you can do 40 ideas in 15 minutes, let's do 40 ideas in 10 minutes. On a topic that's a little bit more complex, but I think everybody can probably participate. And that is this. How can we make River Valley safer for motorists and pedestrians? So you know how to be quite frank, I'm actually a little bit worried because we do get a lot of accidents, and in terms of the frequency, it's pretty worrying. It's almost maybe once a month that you see some accidents happen. What do you think? Let's take a moment, just 2 minutes to go outside, observe the situation, and then let's brainstorm 40 ideas in 10 minutes. See what can we do to actually make the situation better. And from that 10 minutes, I will promise you I'll actually write it all in an LTA, write to LTA with all our ideas. Ready? Set?
Go.
Okay.
I should not here.
Let me pass. Let me go
Maybe
through.
we should paint the building a bright orange
Yeah.
color.
You think so?
No, but at least when it comes around the bend, catches your attention. If you have a happy color, maybe it'll be less accident.
Is it chosen for the company? And nobody will walk down there, all the way down there. So there should be at least one zebra crossing here.
There should be more mirrors at the bend.
Speed limits? Maybe like for the big places, it should be quite interesting. There are people who does cardboard.
Let's put fake speed cameras.
Why not? Why not put fake speed cameras? One thing that I noticed as well is actually quite big cars. I think
One of them stops here and the other one
I shall stop.
Not doing it?
so. What was that? So I think we have some really good ideas. So no, that's fine.
Fake cameras.
Single lane. Could you explain more about that?
If you have 2 lanes, tendency is somebody will stop and drop off, and if the one on the back will try to filter to the other lane.
I see.
So that's where accident happens. So if you have 1 lane, it forces you to not stop. You probably have to go on because there are something behind it.
Yeah.
Instead of the other one.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
Let's do it inside, shall we?
Think along the way.
Speed bumps.
Oh, closer. That was. Let's see. What was that? The zebra crossing.
Roller pavement. What did you say? Roller pavement.
Maybe, rock, yeah, rock.
Wire.
Yeah, wire.
A road design.
What? A road divider. That's interesting. Is that will that?
So then we can't cross, is it?
No illegal U-turns.
Yes.
Ah,
The basic problem of that road is people U-turn, that's it.
how else do you think we can make people not do illegal use?
Divider.
Ah.
And then to actually make sure that people can U-turn somewhere here. Because people do illegal U-turn here because they don't really know where they can do the U-turn. So make sure people know about it.
So this is a continuation. Where?
There's a signboard that says you turn ahead, 50 meter ahead or whatever.
That's good. That's a really good idea. What else? Public parking lots.
Oh, we got parking lots? Okay.
Broad, wide pavements, fake
Overhead bridge.
a wide bridge,
Overhead bridge.
overhead bridge.
For the pedestrian.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
No. Sorry.
Sorry.
Apologize.
Is that like a good drop off point? Because because there's a lot of shop houses here. It's really hard for houses to drop you off.
Drop off.
Drop off. Typically, I just like stop at Aspen Heights. There's an event and sign, traffic lights.
Speed.
Speed limit? Do you guys know what the speed limit is in this area?
It's only 60.
It's supposed to be 60 on all public roads.
Not highway road.
But we need stuff from 60, you can drive 50 instead. So if you take extra caution to slow down.
What other sign other than a stop sign, slow down sign?
Accident counts.
Children and
Oh, okay, like an accident sign.
Account.
Count.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
And when it reaches like 10, like the whole road will be closed down.
No, but that's a really good one because I mean then people will be like, oh crap,
Yeah.
it's an accident occurred. It's like, what's it?
Just put that up the tree.
This whole idea of sprinklers and walls. Do you know why we painted the wall black? Is it like
The previous owner, the previous tenant of this place is an interior designer.
Oh,
and then they want to make this place like cool.
What about like what's it called? One of those like things made of cement. It's like a rod sticks out of nowhere, so that if a car does swerve, it won't actually hit the pedestrians. Yeah, like those stuffs, like these types, you know, like a barrier sort of thing.
The orange.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about, the road dividers?
no, like but on a pedestrian, like at the zebra crossing.
Okay, sure.
So stumps.
Stumps.
Yeah. Or this year.
And specifically caused by illegal U-turns. Really, I see all the accidents I saw are caused by U-turn, illegal U-turns.
Yeah, that's true. So this is basically, so you feel that this is our main problem. So other than the sign, other than the road
Illegal
dividers-
U-turn, and because of the slope, this is like a downhill slope, so the motorists tend to drive faster.
Yeah.
And then it is a slight bend, so it's kind of like a blind spot.
It's a blind spot, right?
Yeah.
So how can we solve the blind spot? So I know that there's the bends. Does that really help?
Yeah.
Not really,
Helps
right?
people, more people here.
But it helps the drivers as well.
You will distract the driver if you.
So what would help? I mean, you guys have experience driving. I haven't. What
What
would
is
help?
that? Is it speed? Is speed bump the one bump only, or the strips, the speed strips?
Oh, so like a speed strip.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So something like that.
No.
Not that drastic, like just like
It's just like straight
Yeah.
lines.
Ah, okay. So spikes. Yeah, so maybe something like that, huh?
No, as in just lines, right?
yeah, just like a zebra cross, and only it has like a slightly higher raise.
But they're just slightly raised them.
Yeah.
I thought we already had that.
Like, you know the little metal, like,
Oh, right.
Cat eye.
little
Oh, right. Just like in the parking lots, right? Like
slightly undulating.
like this? Do they look like that?
No,
No?
it's that.
Like like it's like a road and then like you
Oh,
go
I know.
into the parking
Oh,
lot.
no, it's not like that, it's not like that.
Oh,
You
no?
mean these are little holes, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
not
no,
like
it's
that.
not like that. Okay. Okay, I get it. So something to
A
make
police
it-
station right at the bend.
So to construct an
station.
entire
Yes.
police station.
Or maybe like a sign to a police station, police station, 200
Yeah.
kilometers that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine, you make a statement. Let's get used to a statement. Okay, you're gonna go get to it.
Old man is not happy.
Why not? This is good. This is good stuff. There's a lot of great ideas we can tell them. What about pedestrians themselves? I mean, we have that sign that has like, oh, traffic light ahead. It's not really ugly very much.
Have like flashing lights
Flashing lights?
just before to
Oh,
tell
that's interesting.
get vehicles to slow down.
Flashing lights. Actually, I think this is a pretty good idea.
What? Sorry.
This one?
Alright guys, so what do you think? So anything that we can build on? So we have quite a bit of good ideas. Maybe there's something that we can build on or maybe like combine together. So fake police cameras, single, no stopping. This one can actually combine with the larger figure pedestrian, right? What was it? Was it here? wider pedestrian area?
7.
7. Oh, there we go. So this can go here. This can combine together. So that we have one single lane and a broader, wider fields.
How about social media?
Social media?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Facebook page and do one attention grabbing video.
Safety
Let
on
it go
River Valley Road.
viral. Yeah. Some video that will go viral. People will be more aware.
Okay.
If you pass by, they'll be like, oh, okay, this River Valley Road.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, we can think about some Facebook pages or social media. Is there a way where we can do that? Like, maybe like, oh, you know what? A Twitter account, like, that does like a count of like how many accidents and we'll update it whenever.
Specific kill area.
Hashtag
Or the
accidents in River Valley Road. Then you will see how many.
yeah, this is good. This is good. Anything else? Yeah. You haven't said anything yet.
But I'm not sure if we use social media, maybe the boss of those condos, they will be angry. They
Oh,
lower
that's
down their price for it. But it's good idea too. Because you know in China, when people do this, those guys boss, if they have power, they have man, they will wow, they will do something good.
So let's talk about parking lots. Where are the parking here?
One down there. It's,
Muhammad
hidden.
Sultan Road.
Yeah, it's the hidden one inside. No, there's one in U Square. There's one before Muhammad Sultan that's hidden right on the corner.
At Shaw, that place.
It's
The lights.
right next to the temple. No, you know there's a temple right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, and then there's the street parking along River Valley, along Muhammad Sultan, and Robertson Key. That's it though.
But we cannot really raise that issue to LTA.
Parking lots?
If not, then Hans will get fined more.
Oh. That's true. Does anybody have
No,
some regularly?
You used to get fined, but I don't know now.
Once, yeah.
He used to?
My rent was pumping.
Yeah. The edge of the bank, right, used to be a slope, like a gradual slope.
Yeah.
And then LTA come in and make it like a shop. So to make sure no one can park on the bank. But because Hans' car is like a 4-wheel drive, so he can just roll over.
Cannot be stopped.
Cannot be stopped.
Okay. Alright, well, there has to be some proper parking lots. I mean, with the exception of Hans, the people who want to visit this business, where did they go before?
You know, some Apet actually go and complain. That's why LTA came in. Some Apet go and complain that these cars parking on the bank are blocking the pedestrian. Pedestrian have to walk on the road, and it's very dangerous. So LTA actually being very efficiently come in and fix the slope. This is the only car left.
Efficient but not effective.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think it didn't stop when the harm people were still to get over it and park their car. So I think the main root of the problem is speeding.
Speeding.
Yeah, people just don't care, they just go around the bend.
Fine bonds my wallet.
Fine board, that's a good one. Fine boards for speeding, right? How much is it speed here? 500?
Should be fine.
That's good. That's good.
Do we need very close to speed?
Alright guys, great, so we have quite a bit of ideas. We didn't get 40, but we got some really good solid ones. Which ones do you feel that we should push the LTA? I'm serious about this and I'm actually going to go and write to them, like what would be the best way to, what are some of the great ideas, what are the main thrusts that we should push forward? Speed bumps, right? So basically it's things surrounding speed, so this one.
Yeah, and I think the stumps, mini stumps along the pavement so the pedestrians feel more secure. You know? Even in the car, it will crash into the. You know, the other time when the car crashed, it crashed into the construction site. Yeah. So if someone is walking there, that's it.
They would just get like flying debris or.
Or they'll die.
No, they will be
Oh yeah, that's true.
generated towards the road.
They would have some debris on their face.
Some dust.
My clothes are dirty.
Good point. Okay, fine. Speed bumps and stumps. Good. Okay. So this is all about warning signs, right? Things like that. Right. Traffic light. Okay. So take traffic light and flashing lights to combine together.
Do the Lee Kuan Yew statement. You should write it into them, LDA, and say, I would like a statement by Lee Kuan Yew. Please. You said you'd write it in, okay? I want you to do that.
It's stuck, man. Yo,
You know what? And you put ERP here, right? Slow down and confirm.
Like an ERP.
Yeah, actually, you know what? One of the
next to it, and everyone just think it.
is there an ERP further down there?
Huh?
Is there an ERP further
This
down?
part, no.
that
one
way,
at the
right?
Bangkok,
Yeah. Maybe that is one of the reason why people like U-turn. Yeah, remove the ERP. It's not gonna happen.
Remove the ERP. Or add one. Add or remove. Got it. Okay.
In the zebra crossing,
Okay, zebra crossing, definitely.
that's something that's easy to do. It's
I mean, you can't change people's behavior. They're not going to walk over there to cross. They're not going to walk all the way down there to cross either.
But zebra crossing is there's no traffic light.
Yeah.
but still, cars will tend to slow down.
That might be quite dangerous because it's very probable.
Yeah.
The dangerous part is people will just cross. I mean, cars will just speed on even if there's a pedestrian
Yeah,
crossing,
yeah.
unless there is a traffic light.
So maybe it could be like a zebra
one
crossing,
light.
flashing lights, like a combined together. Maybe even a zebra crossing with a traffic light. Here. Speed cameras would be interesting, actually.
Well, not fit ones.
Oh, actual speed cameras?
Yeah. Because the fit ones.
Actual surveillance.
Yeah, once they get fined and pay, then burns their pocket.
Okay. It turns out Hans is good too.
How do I keep getting tickets?
Okay, good. Good. So, the physical stuff that actually slows down things, stumps, speed limit and speed cameras combined together, some sort of like a warning sign, traffic lights that can be combined with a zebra crossing as well, and what else is there? Oh, road dividers. You're really gonna go with? Are we gonna go with road dividers? Oh, yes. What do you think of a road divider?
Yeah. It's good. It's good for the pedestrian also.
Good, good.
You call those safety bank in the middle, the safety island.
Yeah.
It's called a road divider, right?
I'm not too sure.
Like the one.
One at the bottom.
Yeah. Is that called an island or what?
I'm
No.
not too sure. Like a safe, like a island. A bank. Okay. Good. Great. Any other last comments, guys?
I think the drop off points. Very good idea. The drop off points.
Good. Okay.
Because people want to do delivery. There should be a lane that is just for the mall.
Oh, then that could actually tie in with your idea of having a single lane.
Yeah.
So it could be that the outer lane is actually for drop-offs. But the inner lane is Okay. Any others? Good. Great. Awesome. So, okay, great. Great. So that was a really good brainstorm, guys. And hopefully,
What are you doing here, Steph?
you just need to take the credit. So I think this was a really good brainstorm. And I think that we finally actually got down to talk about something that's actually important to us. Great. So what I'll do is I'll update you with a report. I'll summarize some of our thoughts into some of the key points that we want to address. I'll circulate it and see if you guys have any other additional inputs, and then I'll frame it into a letter and we'll send it to LTA. Yay! Cool. Alright, thank you and have a good day.
You guys got something, Nida?
Thanks.
Yeah.